What's up, guys? You guys asked for it, so here it is. We're gonna do a couples Q&A, get to know us, a little bit of everything, but it's really gonna just be about like an open discussion between me and Tonyo, my partner, and I. So, what were we starting with? I forgot. From the other day in the car.
You thought.
So we're gonna do a POV. Hold on, we're sending our kids to their bed. Okay, take two. Go ahead.
So we were talking about. So when me and Delilah first got back in our talking stages, I had just moved into my first apartment on my own. Coming off my relationship with Zayden's mom. And Delilah thought in her mind.
No, we were having a random conversation in the car the other day, and we discovered we weren't on the same timeline.
Basically,
Go ahead.
She thought that we were here, and I thought that we were here, as far as on our talking stage. And the reason for that is because, like I said, I had just came out of a long relationship. Yeah, fresh relationship with my son's mom. And, you know, I don't blame Delilah for feeling that way because...
You can't blame me.
You know, we have a lot of past history with one another, so, you know, I get it. So she didn't know that I felt the way I felt. So basically, we just want to tune back into this topic and just talk about it so y'all can get basically our opinions, right?
Yeah. I don't think it's about feelings or like how I felt or how you felt. I think we were both under a different impression, I think is like the better way to explain it. So as he mentioned, him and I were previously dating other people. I was single. He was coming out of a relationship, a long relationship at that. And he had gotten his first apartment. When we met back up and decided to like date and like do this again, I think after going on multiple dates and staying with him and obviously being intimate, I naturally assumed, okay, like this is getting serious. So for me, because I'm such a lover girl and because I feel like he was my first true love, my first love, I just assumed, okay, like now is a really good time for us to invest in our relationship and it's serious now. Before, I don't think it was serious because we were younger. I was 17, 18. He was 19, 18. We're like a year apart. Same year, end of the year, beginning of the year. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought after certain things, since I'm so used to dating and taking the person that I'm dating serious, I thought we were very serious. And when we were talking the other day, he was like, no, we were just dating. I was like... he played me basically. It's just for point of view.
The reason for me saying that was because, like I said, I figured, you know, we started speaking again after, what, like 2 years?
Yeah.
2-3 years that, you know, we was on the same page as far as, like, dating. Like, I thought we were just dating. You know, she would come over to my house, spend the night.
Cook for you, wash your laundry,
yeah, like
clean your house.
Spend the night every now and then. You know, we would text and talk every day, but...
That wasn't serious enough.
I just felt like... I just thought she had the same understanding as me as far as, like... Alright, he just came out of a long relationship. I was with my son's mom for 5 years. And... Yeah, 4 to 5 years. And I just felt like she thought maybe, you know, let him just take some time to...
Well, no, remember we had that conversation too, though.
What?
I think we're steering the conversation wrong because me and him had a conversation when he was single. Remember, I asked you if you wanted time to be single.
Did. Yeah, you did.
So it's not like I assumed anything or he... I don't know how to...
Well, basically, Delilah...
I just think it's different from men's point of view versus a woman's point of view. We definitely did have the conversation of if he wanted to explore being single longer.
Now, put yourself in my shoes. Like, if you were me, right?
Yeah.
How how would you like? You would have took that the same way I'm taking, like the same way I thought of it, or you would have felt like
No, because you're also very needy. So, if I was a man, I wouldn't have a woman staying with me, leaving things in my apartment, her personal items. If we were dating, it would be more along the lines of we're going out to eat. You can come to my house, but like at a certain time, you go. You don't need to be leaving anything here. You may not know that there are other women staying here, and that wasn't the case for you.
don't get it twisted, y'all. But I'm trying to like.
Yeah, he's not trying to play me.
Not saying, yeah, I'm not trying to play it. Also not saying that I didn't take Delilah serious. I took Delilah very serious. I knew what me and her.
Oh,
had.
that's what I was gonna say.
Like, I knew what we had going on. Like I wasn't just taking her like a regular girl, whatever the case. What I'm trying to say is, in my head, I just thought I was giving myself some time.
No, but remember you said you didn't think it would get this far. That's what we were saying in the car. So
okay, yeah.
when we were talking about it in the car, this stemmed from, did you think like we would be here today? So that's part of also what he's saying, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, like.
We were dating, but he didn't expect this.
Yeah, my opinion at that time, I didn't think we would get to like where we at now. Only because our history. Me and Delilah always would be on and off. Not because of her, because of my own reasons, my younger days, and pretty sure every man can relate. In your 20s or just growing up as a teenager or whatever. I didn't think that we would actually be this serious.
And I thought that we did.
As time went on, and she thought that, which girls and guys have very much different understandings.
Lies and butterflies. No, I'm just kidding.
But here we are today.
So yes, yeah. I just always thought, like when I was back dating with him and I did decide to get back into a relationship with him, in my head, this is what I knew the long-term plan would be. So in his defense, I really didn't, like I thought we were dating, I didn't think it would get this far, and I'm like, oh no, I absolutely knew it would get here. But I think that's why it's good to have this conversation on camera, like for context, because a lot of men do things with women and they don't understand why women are like either head over heels in love with them, or like why they think, no, we're in a relationship.
I think girls have just different feelings than guys. Like,
so
I feel like if it was the other way around, a guy wouldn't take it the way a female would. As far as like a guy could sit here and be intimate with you today and not have the same feelings as you would.
Oh wait,
in that moment. Like, we might just be doing it for shits and giggles, right? Yeah, we might like the girl or whatever, but the female could be taking it like, oh, I want to be with you, man, or I want to have a relationship or a life with her.
So what if I was single?
That's not always the case.
What if I was single and I had an apartment and we were going out to eat and you were always paying, but I would ask you to come stay with me, and then I would ask you to pack a spend the night bag, and I would tell you like, no, you could leave your stuff here, and like I gave you a drawer. Like, would you assume I'm dating other men, especially when I'm sleeping with you?
No, I would not. Assume,
okay then.
I would not assume you dating other men, but I would still know that we just dated.
And you would be okay with like leaving your stuff. Now, what if I gave you a key and now
No, that's completely different. Now.
Is that not what you did?
But another thing too, guys, you gotta understand, this apartment that I had, it was my apartment because I was paying the bills, but the apartment was under Delilah's name.
But you gave me a key though.
Yeah.
I didn't need a key. You gave me one.
I did give her a key.
So, but
you know what it is? Like I said, not that I wasn't taking her serious. I was taking her very serious. It's just, as far as us like getting to where we at now, I just didn't think
it'll get this far.
Yeah, I didn't think it would get this far because of our past situations.
So where did you think, if you could speak back on it now, where did you think it would get us? I'm looking everywhere but the camera. I need to work on that, but
I think, I'm gonna be honest. I knew when I finally was single and didn't have no ties to no one that me and her would get further than what we did in the past, which we did. So I can't sit there and say that I didn't think it would get that far, because obviously I knew it was gonna get somewhere.
Okay.
But when I say I didn't think it would get this far, as like,
you thought we would date for like maybe a year or two?
Yeah, I just thought we would keep dating and just honestly wherever it takes us. Like,
Did you
I
think we
didn't
would have
think-
fell out or something, or because
Yeah,
of everything in the past that we didn't
I
think?
did. Yeah, I did think we would probably fall out because, you know, it was also, I was also dealing with a lot too, still with my son's mom as far as like toxic stuff. Like, I didn't think she would.
We're back for part 2. Our camera unfortunately died, so
Yeah.
he's gonna finish with what he was saying, and then we're gonna jump into like a Q&A.
So like, back to what I was saying, I didn't think that she would deal with certain things that me and Zayden's mom was going through at the time. You know, obviously because it was still brand new, and knowing that me and Delilah just jumped straight into something directly after me and Brittany broke up, it was just like a lot to figure out before I thought that me and Delilah would get serious. So that was the whole thing with that.
Yeah, it wasn't even just Brittany, it was both of them. Like, they were both learning how to co-parent for the first time. There's no like handbook on that, so
Yeah, exactly.
they were figuring those things out. And so you didn't think I would stick around through that?
Yeah, I didn't think she would stick around to that. I didn't think she would have enough patience. But she did. And now we here.
Yes. Okay.
So, quick Q&A.
Yeah, we could tap into that. Like, if you guys have more questions about my stepson, Zayden, what made us get back together, I don't know. Whatever questions you guys have, you guys can ask us. But these are some of the questions that people asked us here, so you could read them with me.
Alright, so the first one.
What's one bad relationship habit you want to give up? Do you want to go first? You could answer it about me or
I'm gonna
yourself.
say myself.
Okay.
So one bad relationship habit I think I have is sometimes the way I speak when I'm mad. I have a very bad tone when I'm angry, or when we, like, let's say it's a simple argument and I feel like we not agreeing on something. I'm the type that I feel like I overreact sometimes, and sometimes I don't hear her point of view on things, or vice versa too, right? You feel like you do the same?
I wasn't really paying attention to what you were saying. I was thinking about my answer, so.
Oh, but something I feel like I want to change is basically the way I speak and how I handle certain things, like handle certain arguments.
Oh, that's kind of my answer though. So my answer, again, the question is, what's one bad habit in your relationship that you want to give up? For me, I just feel like we were raised differently, so sometimes he may think he wants to do something one way, and then I think you should do it the opposite way. I don't know how to vocalize what I think is the best in that scenario without being like overbearing. So I think that just ties into how we were both individually raised. And sometimes I think he could be going about something wrong and my tone or delivery may not be the best, but it's with good intention because I have like a really good heart.
This should have been the first question, just so y'all could have got an idea about me and Delilah, but how did you meet? How did we meet? So just a quick little backstory. Me and Delilah grew up in the same building. From like,
he's the boy next door.
yeah, since we were kids, and you want to tell them basically like something about that?
I mean, we just always knew each other. I moved into that building when I was like 6 or 7.
But we got close. Real quick story. We got close when my uncle had opened up a clothing store, and it was like 2 blocks away from the building.
And he ended up working there.
Yeah, I was working there, and Delilah would come all the time and bring food and fruits.
First of all, can you say that I met you first? Like, you're just saying
She met us, and
I used to bring him lunch. Like,
She used to come and bring us lunch after we met, and
I met him. I had a crush on him. He was working there. I used to go visit him.
And
I would bring my man some food.
We gave her a nickname. It was called.
Not too much. All right.
She was called Drop It Off because she used to come drop off all the good snacks, all the good food.
You making me sound like a dummy.
Needed. No, not a dummy. She just, and we just, that's how we got close. And then from there, it was just, yeah.
Anyways, I was taking care of my man.
That's when we was like 17, 18 years old.
But that's how we met. But we met because we lived in the same building growing up. I used to always have a crush on him. I used to think his name was Brian. Not too much. What is more important in a relationship, intimacy or friendship?
What is more important in a relationship? I think intimacy. I think without that, it's
For
like,
me, I feel like it's friendship. I think you know
Well-
that.
wow.
Like, I want to know that you have a friend.
Yeah.
I just want to know that you're, like, before anything, you're my friend.
Well, of
Like,
course, but I feel like
because you could sleep
before-
with anybody.
Yeah, but before
Like,
you
you
get
could do that with anybody.
before you get in a relationship, I was obviously your friend before that. So it's like, all right, now comes the intimacy. You gotta have that in a relationship. That's
Okay,
that's the
I
point.
guess since the question is in a relationship, intimacy, I guess.
Yeah. So I want that
So
one.
that's what's keeping you around? No, I'm just kidding. What's y'all love language? What's my love language?
Well, mine is
I didn't ask you what's yours.
Physical
No, I
touch.
said what's mine.
what is it again? What's the? I forgot.
You
I
asking
always
me
got
to
a
tell
hard
you
time.
is crazy.
Mine's is physical touch. Hers is.
I was supposed to say yours.
So what's yours?
Mine is quality time.
Quality time. Yeah, she loves quality time. Like right now, she loves that we doing this right now.
Why you making me sound like a sucker?
Nah,
What?
Just joking. Alright. What's
I really do prefer quality time though.
what's
And also words of affirmation. I like to hear like, how was your day? Like, I love you. You're so important to me. You know, those. I like to feel valued in my relationship.
what's your favorite thing about your guys' relationship?
Where you see that at?
The last one.
Oh,
My favorite thing about our relationship, I feel like we always motivated to do things that we always motivated to do things that will get us, I feel like, to the next level. Like we always got new ideas, or we always talk about the future, or we always try to like manifest things that is gonna get us further. Like I feel like we got a lot in common with that, and I like that. Like, she's a go-getter, I'm a go-getter, and I feel like we just both got the same goals with certain things, and that's like my favorite thing about it.
that's kind of my answer too. The favorite thing about my relationship is I feel like I would be achieving these goals with or without him. So it's kind of nice that I'm doing it with him, and it's like, again, the same goals and the same mindset.
What's the best conversations to have on FaceTime without it being awkward? Best conversation.
When we call each other to talk shit.
Yeah.
When we call each other to tell each other something.
Lala be like, you by yourself. She like,
Why are you
yeah.
snitching on me? I'd be like,
You by yourself.
what does 50-50 mean to you guys? Favorite traits about each other? Can I go first?
Yeah.
My favorite trait about him is that he's very positive. Sometimes I could be a little, I don't even want to say negative. Yeah, I'm not negative, but he's just like overly happy. And sometimes, you know, I could be like in a funk or like in a bad mood or with a little bit of bad. So sometimes I could be like upset about something very small and he'll joke about it until at this point I gotta laugh. Like I gotta laugh because now it's just funny. I really like that quality about him. What does 50-50 mean to you guys? Me personally, I feel like 50-50 means if there's something that he's working to achieve and it means that I gotta work and pay for something like rent or a car note, because I mean that's where we're at in our relationship. We have responsibilities together. I'm always willing to do that. I feel like it goes both ways, but in the context of which this person is asking, what do you think 50-50 is to you?
I kind of agree with you. I feel like 50-50 is. I mean,
To me, 50-50 could be like 80-30, 90-10, like different days, different things.
Yeah, like whatever help is needed or whatever side. Like
Yeah.
it's not really.
What's your favorite trait about me?
My favorite trait about you is how motivated you are. I always tell you that.
That's boring. Say something.
It's the truth though.
It's the truth. That's all he ever said.
I say that all the time. Like Delilah's always motivated with whatever she does. If it's like I could go down the line.
Okay.
Doing nails, doing lashes, being a content creator.
I ain't
making
never do
coffee.
lashes.
Not lashes. What's these things? Eyebrows.
These
Doing
things-
eyebrows. But I'm telling you, if she wants to do lashes, she could do lashes. I feel like Delilah could do whatever she puts her mind to. She's always motivated, and anybody would say that about her. So.
Yeah, I could sell water to an Eskimo. Anyways, what have past arguments taught you about me, about your partner? So about me and
This is like I said, my opinion. tell you this before we started this video. Past arguments taught me that my partner is very emotional.
I'm emotional.
Yeah, I can't tell her.
Okay. Let's talk about mothers. Go ahead.
I can't like not to be rude, but like we were just talking about this. Like we argue and I tell her to shut up. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. Like, she hates that word, but sometimes I just feel like, shut up.
Because that's disrespectful and that's not how you talk to a woman.
I get it. No, I get it.
But like this goes into like how we were raised. Like how I was raised, that's so disrespectful. How you were raised, like you think that that's normal.
But the way I was raised, that is nothing.
Right, but that's not how you speak to a woman.
I get it.
I'm treating you. I'm teaching you how to treat me. What have past arguments taught you about your partner? He's very prideful. There are times that it's like I see change in like the effort and it's like he wants to fix something. But when you've been doing something wrong for so many years and you think it's like your new normal, it's also like breaking like a tough barrier. So 1, he's prideful. 2, he's stuck in his ways. How did you handle changes and unexpected situations in your life? You said you didn't really want to. What's one?
Oh wait. Oh, we read this one already?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna cut it short there because our camera died again. You blocking my spotlight. If you guys are interested in asking us any more questions, just drop them down below. I don't know what else.
And yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna have some more videos for y'all. Let us know what we should talk about in the next couple videos.
Yes, and we're gonna leave this on our family channel in case the kids ever want to do anything with us or we're doing anything for each other.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that shit button, right?
And comment. Right? Yeah, I'm like microphone.
And comment, yeah.
Yeah, so give us your feedback in the comments. Make sure you share the video and let us know what else.
Where they can find you at? TikTok, right?
Oh, follow me on TikTok, Delilah Daniel. I'm the coffee girl. The $100 lunchbox girl.
And Rich Theory CEO, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something else. You made it seem like there was a third thing. All right, thank you guys for watching. Bye.